All right, y'all.
Welcome
Welcome
back
back
to the
to the
Who's
Who's
Right
Right
podcast,
podcast,
and
and
we
we
have a
have a trade.
trade.
I
I
wanted
wanted
to
to come to you
come to you
yesterday,
yesterday,
but
but was
was
traveling
traveling
and
and got back from
a
a
quinceañera,
quinceañera,
so
so
just wasn't able to get
wasn't able to get
on yesterday.
on
But
yesterday. But
before we get
before
started
we
with the
get started
video,
with the
talk
video,
about the
talk
Nimmo
about the
trade.
Nimmo trade.
Subscribe to the
Subscribe to the
channel, like this
channel, like this
video. Let me know
video.
your
Let me know your
comments,
comments,
and let me know how you
and let me
feel
know how
about
you
the
feel about the
trade.
trade.
I know it's
I know
early.
it's early.
So
So
the trade
the
came down,
trade came down,
right?
right?
We
We
probably all know
probably
where we
all know
were.
where we were.
First I want to
First I
say
want to say
thank you to
thank you
Brandon
to
Nimmo.
Brandon Nimmo.
Love Brandon
Love Brandon
Nimmo.
Nimmo.
He's
He's
a long
a
time
long time
Met
a Met
and
and
the longest
the
Met
longest Met
until yesterday.
until yesterday.
And
And
so
so I am
I am so glad
so glad
that he was a
that
part of
he
the
was a part of
Mets.
the Mets.
And
And
um,
um,
but I want to
but
thank
I want
him.
to thank him.
As far
As far
as
as
his time
his
here,
time here, it
off
started
great.
off great.
He built
He
himself
built
up
himself up
to
to
a guy
a
that
guy that
became
became
a good
a
center
good
fielder.
center fielder.
He became a good center
Became a good
fielder to the
center fielder
point
to
that
the
we
point
gave
that
him
we gave him
that long
that
contract
long contract.
that now
That now
became kind of an
became kind of an
arbitrage
arbitrage
to the team.
to the team.
So,
So
it's nothing
it's
that
nothing that
we could have
we could
predicted.
have predicted.
Some people may
Some
have
people may have
looked at it and said, that was a good
that was a
contract
good
for Pete.
contract for Pete.
But it's
But
not
it's
one
not
that we
one
could
that
have
we could have
predicted.
predicted. I mean,
maybe
maybe
I'm hoping that
hoping
that's
that
the
that's
the
the
next
next
domino to fall
domino
for the
to
Mets
fall for the
this
Mets
off
this
season.
off season.
Maybe
Maybe
not.
maybe
Who
not.
knows?
Who knows?
But we'll see.
We'll
But
see.
again,
But again,
love
love
Nimmo.
Nemo.
We were
We were
so
so
close
close
to
to
getting
getting
his jersey
his jersey
for my wife,
and but
I'm kind of
I'm
glad
kind of
that
glad
we
that
didn't
we didn't
right now.
right
But
now. But
love this
love
hustle.
this
Love
hustle.
that
Love that
his run the
his
first
run
base.
the
I know
first base. I
some
know
people
some
that
people that
that rub people
that
the
rub
wrong
people the
way,
wrong way.
But for me,
But for me,
love that
love
hustle.
that
Love
hustle.
the
Love
his
his
energy.
energy.
I know
I know
most of the crowd
most of the
loved it,
crowd loved
and
it, and
I am so
I am
thankful
so thankful
for his time
for
here.
his time
But
here. But
this core
this
needed to
core needed
change.
to change.
The
The
core
core
needed
needed
be
to be
rebuilt.
rebuilt.
I believe
I
that
believe that
when
when
Stearns talks
Stearns talks
about
about
not
not
having
having
windows,
windows,
I think
I
this
think
is
this
the
is the
prime
prime
example of what he's
example of
talking
what he's
about.
talking about.
He's talking
He's
about
talking about
that
that
nobody,
if they're not
in the team,
in the team,
if they're not
if
gonna
they're
in the
not gonna
plans
in the
for the
plans
team
for the
to
team
get
to
better,
get better,
we've seen it the
we've
last
seen it the
couple
last
years
couple years
where the Mets
where the
have
Mets have
gotten rid of
guys
that they've even
that
traded
they've even
for, right?
traded for, right?
Or even signed,
Or
like a
even signed like a
Montas.
Montas.
If it doesn't
If
work
it doesn't
out, they're
work
going to
out,
move
they're going to
on.
move
And
on.
not to
And
say
not to
that
say that
Nimmo
Nimmo
was not going to
was
work
not going to
out,
work out,
but
but
let's think about
let's think
this.
about this. Um,
Year
Year
4 and 5,
4 and 5,
he might have
he
not.
might have not.
It might have not
It
been
might have
working
not
for
been
us,
working
right?
for us, right?
And
And
so,
so, um,
at that
at
point,
that point,
what was he
what
going to
was he
be?
going to be?
Let's say we do
Let's say we
resign
do
Pete.
resign Pete.
Well, if Nimmo's
Well,
a
if Nemo's a
DH,
DH,
and we want
and we
Pete to
want
be a
Pete to be
DH
a
in a couple
DH in a
years,
couple years.
that's a problem
That's a
because
problem because
we can't play
we
two
can't play two
DHs,
DHs,
right?
right?
That's the same
That's
problem
the
we're
same
having
problem
with
we're having
Vientos
with
right now.
Vientos right now.
Is that
Is that
um,
um,
he has to be a
he has to
DH.
be a DH.
And obviously,
And
last year
obviously,
he
last
shared
year he
time
shared time
with Marte
with Marte
and
and
on the at
on
third
the
base
at third base with
with Beatty.
Beatty.
But I know
But
we
I know
haven't
we
had
haven't had
a real
a real
DH in a long
DH in a
time.
long
Well,
time.
since it
Well, since
came
it
to the
came
National
to the
League.
National League.
But
But
I just don't
I just
think
don't
that
think that
in
in
3 years,
3 years,
when we
when
expect
we
Pete to
expect
be a
Pete
full
to be
time
a full
DH,
time DH,
that
that
Nimmo was
Nimmo
also going
was
to be a
also
full
going to
time
be a full
DH at
time
that time.
DH at that time.
So I think this
So I think
move
this
is
move
more
is more
about
about
flexibility in three
flexibility in
years
3 years
than
than
Nimmo the
Nimmo
player.
the player.
Semien
Semien
is older
is
than
older than
Nimmo.
Nimmo.
He's
He's
but he's
but
only got
he's
three
only
years
got
left
three
on the
years left
contract.
on the contract.
Not only that,
Not only that,
you know,
you know,
he's a good
he's a
defensive
good
player. He
defensive
can
player.
play
He can
all
play
three
all three
positions
positions
at
at
on the infield,
on the infield,
second base,
third base,
shortstop.
shortstop.
Obviously, you don't want him
Obviously, you
playing
don't want him
shortstop
playing
every day,
shortstop every
but
day,
in a
but in
pinch,
a pinch,
if we need
if we
to
need to
give some time for Lindor
Lindor
a rest day
a
so
rest
Lindor
day,
can
so Lindor can
DH,
DH,
Semien can play.
Semien can play.
And
And
obviously,
obviously,
we know that
we know that
McNeil's no
McNeil's
longer going
no
to be
longer going
here
to be here
because
I doubt
that he's going
that
to
he's going to
play
play
anywhere but second. I know that
he
he plays
plays
a lot of outfield,
but
but I think his
I think
outfield
his
days
outfield days
are coming to
are
an
coming
end.
to an end.
So
So
Semien might
Semien
be the
might be the
one
one
taking the
taking
place
the place
of a guy
of a guy
like
like
Acuna next year,
Acuna next
right?
year, right?
Because we don't know what the
Because we
next
don't know
move
what the
is.
next move is.
Semien
Simeon
is a guy
is
that's
a guy that's
defensive first
defensive
right
first
now,
right now,
right? He's not
right?
a he's not much of
He's
a
not
bat,
much of
or
a
at least
bat,
he
or at
wasn't
least he
last year,
wasn't last year,
last couple
last
years.
couple years.
But
But
he's a guy that
plays
plays
excellent defense.
and I don't
And I
believe
don't
that
believe
this
that
deal
this
was
deal
done
was done
for
for
right now,
right
in
now,
the
in the
sense of
sense
Nimmo and
of
Semien.
Nimmo and Simeon.
I do believe
I
that
do
this is the
believe that
first
this is the
domino
first
of many.
domino of many.
What that is,
What
I'm
that
not
is, I'm
sure.
not sure.
I'll give my
I'll
thoughts
give my
on later.
thoughts on later.
But I want to
But I
talk
want to
about
talk
just the
about just the
Nimmo
Nimmo
Semien trade right
Simeon
now.
trade right
As it
now.
stands,
As it
if
stands,
nothing
if
else
nothing
happens,
else happens,
this trade
this
was
trade
made
was made
with 3
with
years
3 years
down the road in
down the
mind.
road in mind.
Had nothing to
Had
do
nothing to do
with
with
the two players.
the two
Because right
players. Because
now,
right
the
now,
better
the
player
better
is Nimmo.
player is Nimmo.
So it wasn't
So it
about
wasn't
getting the
about
better
getting the
player
better
in this
player
deal.
in this deal.
Because the better
Because
player
the better
is Nimmo.
player is Nimmo.
Second
is
about the core,
like I mentioned earlier.
The core
needed to be replaced.
We saw
saw that
there was something
there was
wrong
something wrong
with this core.
with this core.
You know,
You know,
I know
I've been in the Twitter space
a couple times
these last couple days,
and somebody mentioned
that
this core
this
has only
core has
had
only
two
had
winning
two
seasons,
winning seasons,
right?
right?
We all know,
We all know.
and
One of them
ended
ended
poorly.
poorly.
So, something
needed to change.
It might not
It
be
might not be the change that
we want,
maybe,
because I know we all
I
love
know we all love
Nimmo,
Nimmo,
but
but we all knew that
something needed to happen.
something needed to happen.
This now
This now doesn't
obligate the Mets
obligate
to
the
play
Mets to play Carson
in
Bench
center,
in center,
even though he can
even
play
though he can
center.
play
You know,
center. He profiles better
as a corner
as a
outfielder.
corner outfielder.
Does
Does
Soto
move to left now?
Carson and Wright.
Carson and Wright.
I don't know.
I don't know
if that's
I don't
the
know
move. If Soto's ready to do that, especially
for a rookie. I don't know if he's ready
to move
to move from right field.
But all I know
is that
this move
this move was
made
made
with 3 years in mind, with the flexibility
that we can have in 3 years.
Not only that, you get better
defensively.
So again,
this is not about the better offensive player, because the better offensive player is Nimmo.
The better
defensive player is Semien.
We got better
in the infield as far as our defense.
And I do think that a few weeks ago when Stearns had his press conference, because a lot of people think that the Jet Williams is on the way out, and he might be.
I'm not saying that he's not.
But everybody's
saying that he's on his way out now.
I'm not going
to say he is or he's not.
I'm gonna go with what's going on right now.
And right now he's on the team.
And everybody's talking about that because we have Semien, that he's on the way out. We only have Semien for 3 years. And if he continues to perform the way he's performing, he's going to be the utility player. He's going to be our Martin in the next couple of years, right? He's going to be a guy that could play defense
and come
and
off the
come
bench.
off the bench.
And
And
it's going to be
it's going to be
expensive, just like
expensive,
Marte
just like
was.
Marte was.
Can't play a lot
Can't
of
play a
the
lot of
field.
the
The
field.
difference
The
is that
difference is
Semien
that
can.
Semien can.
So
So
I don't
I don't
believe that Jeff
believe that
Williams
Jeff
is
Williams is
automatically on the way
automatically on
out
the way out
because
because
Simeon's only here
Simeon's
for
only
3
here
years,
for 3 years,
and he
and
might
he
just
might
be
just
our
be
second
our
baseman
second
just for
baseman
this year,
just for this year,
and
and
maybe not the whole
maybe
year.
not the whole year.
If Jet
If Jet
stays on the
stays
team,
on the team,
I could see
I
Jet
could see Jet
fighting
fighting
for playing
for
time
playing
at the end of
time
the
at the
season
end of the season
with a guy
with a
like
guy like
Semien if he
Semien if he
continues to struggle.
continues to struggle.
The hope,
The hope,
and I'm
and I'm
assuming that
assuming
this
that
is
this
the
is the
hope
hope
for
for
Stearns,
Stearns,
is
is
that
that
Semien has a
Semien
bounce
has a
back.
bounce back.
Bright lights in New
Bright lights
York, a
in New
little bit
York, a
more
little bit more
pressure.
pressure.
Maybe this
Maybe this
what the
what the
motivation that he
motivation
needs.
that he needs.
I don't know.
I don't know.
We don't know
We don't know
what motivates
what
Semien.
motivates
Maybe
Semien.
the
Maybe
the
the
bright lights do
bright lights do
motivate him. Bright
motivate him.
lights in New
Bright
York.
lights in New York.
We'll see.
We'll see.
But at the end of the
But
day,
at the end of the day,
I don't think
I don't
that this
think
is
that
an
this is
automatic an
an
automatic
automatic
sell of
sell
Semien.
of Semien.
Um,
Um,
I mean, I'm sorry, an automatic
an
sell
automatic sell
of
of
Jet Williams.
Jet Williams.
I just
I
think
just
that,
think that,
just like
just
Stearns
like
said in
Stern
his press
said in his
conference
press
a
conference
few weeks
a
ago,
few weeks ago,
that
that
Jet Williams
Jet
isn't ready.
Williams isn't ready.
Whether he's
Whether he's
ready in
ready
July,
in July,
August,
August,
or if he's
or
just
if he's
ready
just
next year,
ready next year,
he could still
he could
be
still be
the second
the
baseman of the
second
future.
baseman of
He's
the
just not
future. He's
ready
just
right
not
now.
ready right now.
And I believe
And I believe
Stearns at his
Stearns
word.
at his word.
I don't think
I don't
he
think
lies to
he
us,
lies to
right?
us,
I
right?
think
I
he
think
he gives us
he
little
gives us
nuggets
little
every time he
nuggets every
talks.
time he talks.
Sometimes
Sometimes
it's
it's
not what we want to
not what we
hear.
want to hear.
Like when he
Like
spoke
when he spoke
about
about Nimmo
and what are the
and
next
what are
moves
the next
today.
moves
He didn't
today.
give us
He didn't
anything.
give us anything.
He said
He
everything's
said
on the
everything's on
table,
the table,
which should give you
which should
hope.
give you hope.
But
But
it's
it's
he's not going to talk
he's not
about
going
it.
to talk about it.
That group
That
is
group
going
is going
to
to stay
um,
um,
keep everything in
keep
the
everything
house.
in the house.
The one
The
thing
one
that
thing that
I want to
I
agree
want to
with
agree
is
with
I was
is
watching
I
a
was
clip
watching a
from
clip
Ron
from
Darling,
Ron Darling,
and
and
training a
and
guy
training a
like
guy
Nimmo
like Nimmo
means that
means that
everybody's for sale.
everybody's for sale.
And
And
I agree with
I
that
agree with
with
that
Ron Darling,
with Ron Darling,
that everybody
that
is for
everybody
sale
is for sale because
if
if
you need
you need
a new,
a new
if you can
if you can
trade,
trade
if you can
if you can
trade a guy
trade
like
a guy
Nimmo,
like Nimmo,
a guy
a
that
guy that
has
has
been a
been a
homegrown vet,
homegrown vet, a guy that's been here.
what did Nimmo
What
say
did
today?
Nimmo say today?
14 years in the
14 years in the
organization.
organization.
Guy that's
Guy
played
that's
in the
played in
majors
the
for
majors for
9.
9.
It's
It's
the old
the
school
old school
mentality would have
mentality
been
would have been
that
that
Nimmo's is a
Nimmo's is a
lifelong vet,
lifelong
that you
Met,
don't trade a
that you
guy
don't
like
trade a
that.
guy like that.
And the fact
And
that
the
we
fact that
traded a
we
guy
traded
like
a guy
that
like that
means that
means that
if you're not
if you're not
performing,
performing, or if
the Mets
if the
feel
Mets feel that
that you're not a
you're
fit,
not a fit,
they're gonna find a
they're going
way
to find a way
to send you
to
off,
send you off.
right?
Right?
Nimmo spoke
Nimmo spoke
today,
today,
and
and
he said
he said
that
that
they didn't come
they
to him
didn't come to him
until
until Thursday
about this deal.
about this deal.
So
So
the reports,
the reports,
we all saw the
we all
reports
saw the
as Mets
reports as
fans
Mets
that
fans that
there was a
there
list
was
of
a list
guys.
of guys.
Nimmo
Nimmo
was
was
one of those guys
in the list
that was on the
that
trade
was
block.
on the trade block.
That could
That
have
could have
just
just
been
been
to
to
let
let other
know
teams
that
know
he was
that he
available.
was available.
Because the
Because the understanding is that
Texas
Texas
reached out to the
reached out
Mets.
to the Mets. You know,
That's a way
that's a way
to
to
leak out
leak out
something,
something,
get somebody
get somebody
interested
interested
in a player
in a
that you
player
want
that you
to
want to
move
move
without
without
to do
having
the dirty
to do
work
the dirty
yourself.
work yourself.
You let the
You let the
rumors
rumors
intrigues a
intrigues
mother
a mother
GM's mind
GM's mind
of what you
of
want to
what
do,
you want to do,
and that's
and that's
exactly
exactly what David
did.
Stearns did.
Um,
So
so I'm not
I'm
sure
not sure
what
what
is
is
the next
the
move,
next move,
but I
but
believe
I
that this
believe
gives
that
us
this gives us
flexibility
flexibility So
So
what's the next
what's
move?
the
What
next
do I
move?
want
What
to
do I
see
want to see um,
from the Mets?
from the Mets?
I would like to
I
see
would like
them
to see them
resign Pete.
re-sign Pete.
I know people
I know
think that
people
that's
think
not going
that
to
that's not
happen
going to
now that
happen now that
Nimmo
Nimmo
is gone,
is gone,
but
but
I'm hoping
I'm
that
hoping that
that is the
that
next
is the
move,
next move,
next
the
domino to
next
fall.
domino to fall.
I didn't think it
I
was
didn't
going to
think it was going
happen
to happen
in the
in the
next
next
in
in
the
the
today
today
because I think
because
this
I
was
think this was
out of
out
respect
of
Nimmo's
respect
day.
Nimmo's day.
Like I said, he
Like I
was
said, he was
the longest
the
Met, right?
longest Met, right?
And I
And
believe
I
that
believe that
today was
today
all
was
about
all
Nimmo.
about Nimmo.
You see
You
that
see that
until David
until
Stern
David
spoke,
Stern spoke,
Nimmo didn't
Nimmo didn't
send out
send out
his goodbye.
his goodbye.
But even on the
But
way
even on the
out,
way out,
100%
100%
class from Nimmo.
class from Nimmo.
A guy
A
that
guy that
even though he
even
never
though he
wanted to
never
leave,
wanted to leave,
if you saw the
if you
videos
saw the
today,
videos today,
he talked
he talked
about
about
his home in
his
Port St.
home in
Lucie.
Port St. Lucie.
He made
He
his home
made
in
his
Port
home
St.
in
Lucie
Port
on
St. Lucie
purpose.
on purpose.
On purpose.
On purpose.
He said
He said he wanted to
have the spring
have the
training
spring
parties
training
there
parties there
to
to
build
build
camaraderie
camaraderie
along with
along with
all the other
all the
Mets,
other Mets,
right?
right?
He wanted
He
to
wanted to
build some
build some
chemistry
chemistry
with guys,
with guys,
and he
and he
built it with that in
with
mind.
that in mind.
It's
It's
amazing
amazing
the type
the
of
type
character
of
that this
character
guy
that this
has,
guy has,
and
and
obviously we're gonna miss
obviously
him.
we're gonna miss him.
We're gonna miss
We're
that
gonna miss
character,
that character.
but
But
things have to
things
change.
have to change.
So
So
he didn't want to
he
leave.
didn't want to leave.
He didn't
You
want
know
to
he
leave.
didn't want to leave.
But
But
it was time to
it
go
was time to go
because we needed to
because we
change.
needed to change it.
But I do
But I
believe
do
that
believe
we
that
see
we
another
see
move
another move
in the next
in
couple
the
of days,
next couple
whether
days, whether
it's
it's
tomorrow,
tomorrow,
no, probably
no, probably
Wednesday,
Wednesday,
or maybe
maybe
during
during
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
We get
We
something to
get
talk
something to
about during
talk about during
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
But I think
But I think
something's happening in
something's
the
happening in
next
the
few days
next few days
because we
because
need
we need
to.
to.
We can't
We
sit on
can't
just
sit
this
on
Nimmo
just this
talk,
Nimmo talk.
but I
But
would love
I would
them
love
to
them
re-sign
to
Pete.
re-sign Pete.
A lot of people
A
are
lot of
saying
people are
that we
saying
need
that we need
an
an
outfielder
outfielder
now,
now, in
in
which we do.
which we do.
But
Everybody's talking about
everybody's
Cody
talking about Cody
Bellinger
Bellinger
possibility, and
possibility,
he's a
and he's a
possibility because
possibility because he
if Pete does,
if Pete does,
I believe
I believe
that Cody
that Cody
Bellinger is a
Bellinger is a
possibility
possibility
only if
only if
we don't sign
we
Pete.
don't sign
I
Pete.
don't think
I
it's a
don't think
both
it's a both
proposition.
proposition.
I don't think
I
that we're
don't
going to
think that
get
we're going to get
both Pete
both Pete
and Bellinger.
and Bellinger.
Bellinger's a guy
Bellinger's a
that's
guy that's
going to come in
going to
and
come in
replace
and
Pete.
replace Pete.
The other
The other
possibility is the trade
possibility is the
market
trade market
for an
for
outfielder,
an
right?
outfielder, right?
We got
We
Buxton
got
out there.
Buxton
We
out
got
there. We got
um, Robert
Robert out there,
and the guy
and the
that
guy
keeps
that
coming up
keeps coming up in the
in the Twitter
in the Twitter
Spaces
Spaces
and all
and
over
all
social
over
media
social
is
media
Tatis.
is Tatis.
Is Tatis
Is
available?
Tatis available?
I don't know,
I don't
but
know, but
I make a
I
phone call
make a phone call
because if they're
because
about
if
to
they're
sell,
about to sell,
Tatis can get
Tatis
you a
can
whole
get you
bunch
a
back.
whole bunch back.
Some people say
Some
that
people
Carson
say that
Bench
Carson
needs to
Bench
be in
needs
that
to
trade.
be in
I
that
don't think
trade.
so.
I don't
I
think so.
think
I
we
think
can give
we
them
can give
enough
them
other
enough
pieces
other pieces
that Carson Bench
that
doesn't
Carson
have to
Bench
be
doesn't have to be
in that trade.
in that trade.
And I know
And
that
I know
Carson
that
Bench doesn't
Carson Bench
profile
doesn't
as a
profile
center
as a
fielder,
center fielder,
but he can play
but
it.
he can play it.
And having
And having
Tatis and
Tatis
Bench
and Bench
in center field,
I think
with those guys out
those guys
there,
out there,
we have
we
enough
have enough
to
to
cover the
cover the
deficiencies of
deficiencies
Soto.
of Soto.
And Soto
And
moves
Soto moves
to left
to left
automatically if
automatically
Tatis
if
comes.
Tatis comes.
So I'm gonna put that
So I'm
out
gonna
there. I
put that
want
out there. I want
to,
to
just like everybody else, I
um,
want them to
I
get a
want
guy
them to
like
get a guy
Tatis.
like Tatis.
Um,
Um,
that I think
that I think
is the next
is the
thing,
next thing,
next domino
next
that could
domino that
fall.
could fall.
I don't think
I don't
Robert's the
think
guy.
Robert's the guy.
I know that everybody keeps mentioning Robert,
but the thing
but
that
the
we
thing
keep
that we
forgetting
keep forgetting with Robert
is
is
that
that
Chicago,
Chicago,
mainly I think
mainly I
to
think
spite
to
us,
spite us,
picked up his
picked
option
up his option
because we all
because
know
we all
that
know that
the ownership
the
in
ownership in
Chicago
Chicago
hates Cohen.
hates Cohen.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
And I think
And
the
I think the
whole
whole
picking up of
picking
his
up of
option
his
this year,
option this year,
when they
when
know
they
that
know that
he's not
he's
played
not
well
played well
and
and
has had
has had
spurts,
spurts,
but
but
he's not worth
he's
20
not worth
million.
20 million.
So the whole
So the
reason
whole
to pick
reason
up
to pick
Robert
up
is
Robert is
to trade
to
him.
trade him.
But nobody's going to
But
give you the
nobody's going to give you the
value of a
value
$20
of a
million
$20 million
player,
player,
one, for
one for
year,
1 year,
and two,
and two,
that's not
that's
performing
not
like a $20
performing like
million
a $20 million player.
So I think
So
they
I
just
think they just
picked his
picked
option
his
up
option
just
up
to
just
spite the
to
Mets.
spite the Mets.
Because they're
Because
not.
they're not.
It's not one of
It's
these
not one of these
organizations that
organizations that
can't spend
can't
money.
spend money.
The White
The
Sox
White
can
Sox
spend money.
can
They
spend
just
money.
don't.
They just don't.
They're in the major
They're in the
market.
major
Yes,
market.
they're the
Yes,
second
they're
team in
the
that
second
major
team in
market,
that major
but they're still
market,
in the
but they're
major
still in the
market.
major market.
And
And
so
so
they just
they
picked up
just
his
picked up
option
his
despite the
option
Mets.
despite the Mets.
I believe
I
that.
believe
You all
that.
can let
You
me
all can
know
let
how
me
you
know
feel
how
in the
you feel in
comments.
the comments.
But
But
that is
that is
what I believe,
what I
that
believe that
Robert is
Robert
just back
is
with the
just
White
back with the
Sox
White
just
Sox
so
just
the
so
Mets couldn't
the Mets
happen.
couldn't happen.
And because
And
I think
because I
if
think
he was
if he
free,
was
a
free,
free
a
agent,
free agent,
he'd
he'd
be right
be
now
right now
$10 million
$10 million guy,
right?
right?
So I
So
don't think
I don't
Robert's in
think
the table
Robert's in the table
because
because
if
if
Chicago
Chicago
wants to trade him
wants to
to
trade
us,
him
they
to us,
want
they
more
want
than
more
what he's
than
worth,
what he's
and
worth,
we're not
and
gonna
we're not gonna
give him more
give him more than
what he's worth.
what he's worth,
And so they're just
and
gonna
so they're
keep
just
him
going to keep
and
him
maybe
and
sell him
maybe
off
sell him off
in the middle of the
in the
season
middle
at
of the
the trade
season at the
deadline
trade deadline
to somebody
to
else.
somebody else,
But
but
and probably
and
pay
probably
down that
pay down
contract
that contract
even
even
at the trade
at the
deadline
trade
to
deadline
get rid of him.
to get rid of him.
It's just not going to
It's
be
just not going to
with the
be
Mets
with the
because we're
Mets
not going to
because we're
wait
not
that
going to
long
wait
to
that
get a
long
center
to get a
fielder.
center fielder.
I think
I
we
think
are going to
we
get
are
another
going to get another
outfielder
outfielder
this
this
offseason.
offseason.
I'm not sure
I'm
who
not
that
sure
is.
who that is.
Everybody's
Everybody's floating
floating around
around
a
a
Buxton
Buxton
Ryan
Ryan trade
trade to the Mets.
to the Mets.
I don't
I
mind
don't
that.
mind that.
I just
I
don't
just
think
don't think
that
that
Ryan
Ryan
is
is
that
that
available because they don't
available
have to
because they
trade
don't
him
have to
yet.
trade him yet.
But I do think
But I do
Pablo
think
Lopez
Pablo
is probably
Lopez is
available.
probably
So
available.
I
So
could see
I
a
could see a
Buxton
Buxton
Lopez trade
Lopez trade
over to the
over
Mets.
to the Mets.
But I do
But I
believe
do
that
believe that
we're going to be in
we're
those
going to be in
talks
those talks
with
with Buxton
and
one of those pitchers.
Which pitcher that
Which
is,
pitcher that is,
who's to say?
who's to
But I
say?
think
But I think
the Pablo Lopez
Pablo
is the guy
Lopez is
that
the guy
is more
that is
available
more
than Ryan
available than Ryan
right now.
right now.
That could change,
That could change,
obviously,
but I think
that's the guy
that's
that
the
they
guy
want to
that they
get off
want
their
to get
books
off their
first
books first
before they
they even
entertain
entertain
a Ryan
a
deal.
Ryan deal.
Sandy's another
Sandy's
pitcher
another
that's
pitcher
available,
that's available,
but that's a
that's a
conversation for another
conversation for
day.
another day.
Right now,
Right now, we
to
have
talk
to
about
talk
who's
about who's
going to replace
going to replace
Nimmo's
production.
So what I
So
want the
what I
Mets to
want the
do
Mets to do
is
is
pick up the phone
pick up
to
the
see if
phone to see if
Tatis
Tatis
is available.
is available.
That's the guy.
That's the guy.
I'm ready
I'm
to
ready
open up
to
the
open up
farm
the
for
farm
whatever
for
player
whatever
that
player
is,
that is,
whatever player they
whatever
want
player they want
for Tatis.
for Tatis.
You get a top
You
of the
get a
lineup.
top of the lineup.
First
Three
batters
batters are
Lindor,
Lindor,
Soto, Tatis.
Tatis.
That's a
That's a
pretty good
top of the lineup. You know,
I love to see
I
that.
love to see
That's
that.
the dream.
That's the dream.
I'm gonna dream a
I'm
little
gonna dream a little
bit
bit
in this
this
little
little
time that we
time that we have today.
I'm gonna dream a
I'm
little
gonna
bit
dream a little bit
that's the
because
next
that's the
move.
next move.
Next
Next
outfielder that I
outfielder
would
that I would
like to see.
like to see.
I'd like them
I'd like them
to re-sign
Pete.
Maybe it's a
Maybe
4-year
it's a
contract
4-year
at this
contract
point.
at this point. Maybe
Maybe
that's the reason why
they got rid
they got rid of
Nimmo
Nimmo
is
is to
give
give
Alonso
Alonso for
maybe even
maybe
5-year
even
contract.
5-year contract.
I hope that's not
I
the
hope
case,
that's not the case,
but
but
maybe they
maybe they
compromise and it's a
compromise
4-year
and it's a
contract.
4-year contract. So I want to see them
Pete,
re-sign Pete,
and
and
I want
I
them
want them
to
to
pick up the phone with
pick up the phone with
Tatis
Tatis
and see if
and
he's
see if
available.
he's available.
Because I do
Because
think I
I
don't
do
think
think I
that
don't think that
we're going to sign
we're going to
two
sign
big
two
time
big
free
time
agents.
free agents.
I don't think that's
I
the
don't think
move.
that's the move.
I don't think
I
that's
don't think
what
that's
Stearns wants
what
to
Stearns
do.
wants to do.
I think
I think
we go after
we
Cody
go after Cody
only if
if
Pete's not coming back.
Pete's not coming back.
And I don't think they're
And
going
I
to
don't
wait
think they're
around
going
for
to wait
Pete. I
around for
think
Pete.
there's
I
a
think there's a
deadline.
deadline.
Nobody, obviously,
nobody's going to
nobody's going to talk about it, but I think there's
a deadline.
they're not going to wait
They're
till
not going to wait till
January
January
to sign Pete.
to sign Pete.
They're gonna
They're gonna make
moves.
some moves.
I think
I think at the latest
the winter
the
meetings.
winter meetings. But I do think
that
that there is a
deadline
deadline
about
to happen
for Pete.
for Pete.
I don't think he's
I don't
going
think he's
to.
going to.
One, I don't think
One, I don't think he wants to wait until
to January
to
again.
January again.
If we remember last year that
made
Pete a little salty
that he waited so long to sign.
And I don't think
he wants to wait.
And
I don't think the Mets want to wait because there's a whole bunch of moves that the Mets need to do. And waiting is not an option for the Mets this year. There's just way too many moves to do.
So I just think that there's
a deadline probably around the winter meetings.
Not only
is there a deadline to make a move, but because of these Japanese players, there's another deadline.
I don't think
we're in the running for Murakami,
but it's a natural
deadline.
Because he needs to
sign, I think a week after the winter meetings. Because that's the timeline
that's set up. And
that's a natural deadline for the Pete negotiation, right? So
re-sign Pete, and find another player in trade market for your center field or left field,
whatever it is,
find
another player.
I think those are
the moves right now.
Obviously, we want
Edwin Diaz back.
Match him up with
a Williams.
There's a report today that the Mets are interested in Suarez. Not sure how much those rumors are true. They could be.
Because I think the Mets got to check in on
everybody.
They have to check in on everybody to make sure that Diaz knows that he's not the only option. It's part of the negotiations.
It's not a big deal.
The fact that they're connected to everybody. But
I wouldn't mind seeing
Devin Williams here.
Hopefully as
an eighth inning guy. not the closer, but hopefully as an eighth inning guy.
We need a
good setup guy. So
I'm not worried
about it, but
I want them to sign Edwin back.
Maybe that's the next move that drops.
Maybe
Edwin signs in the next couple days. But
those are my next two moves. Sign Pete. Make a phone call to Tatis,
to Preller, and see if Tatis is available. If he's not,
make them
a little intrigued on the package. Right?
Doesn't hurt to talk about it. Because I would love to see Tatis
in New York
as a
New York Met.
So
let me know what you think. Let me know how you feel about maybe a potential next move.
What is your
potential next move?
Let me know what you think
in the comments.
Also
on replay, let me know what you think the next move is.
Before I get out of here,
subscribe to the channel.
Like this video.
And
let's go Mets.
Let's go Mets.